I'm Joel. I'm Tater Tot Eat a Lot, the most annoying person on Discord, and we're here doing commentary with.
Hey, yeah, this is a weekend. Hey, happy to be commenting with you, Joel. I'm the second most annoying person on Discord, so.
Well, you're the most important person. You're the only person that hosts tournaments anymore for people to level up their decks.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of tournaments, this is the May monthly that Namrog runs, and this is Mundungu and Matt playing in the final. They're both undefeated. Did you play in this tournament, Joel?
I did not.
Okay.
I took a month off this time.
If you did play in this tournament, would you have brought a Necrim?
No.
No.
I don't want my eyes to bleed. They're going to bleed enough during this game.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do we have here? We have Matt's triple shambler. Is that what he's playing?
Yeah, it's called Sham Wow. Have you played this deck or looked through the list at all?
No, I saw grandfather get his butt creamed from it once. But
right. I saw that too.
yeah, I mean that was like on the first page of everything. But
here, let me go ahead and also slow this down for a second. We could talk about the decks before jumping in. So Matt's deck has 3 Shamblers. Is that right, Joel?
Yeah, it's got 2 shambling and 1 shambler, and then looks like the other side's a whole bunch of gross life gain with a mantis and I guess no forge seal, but lots of life gain, some kindred. It looks pretty gross.
That's an opinion, of course, but I think it looks awesome. That kindred creature, I'm really wondering, it's like a ranger, right? So I'm wondering if he'll choose to use the kindred or just go straight life drain with the 3 shamblers.
Well, it's like any of these decks. You just play it. They all do the same thing with these Grurple decks. So you just play a card, you get some life. Just play the next card, get some more. It should be good.
Pretty straightforward, yeah. Did you notice he doesn't have a lot of removal in his deck? What do you think about that?
I mean, when you gain 400 life each time you play a card, you probably don't need it anymore. I mean, there's a soul reap in there. The first level of soul reaps, if you have a beast out, that's 12-point life difference. I mean, who thought of that?
Yeah. Somebody at Stoneblade was targeting you with how overpowered Necrim is for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, what about Mundungu's deck here? He's got this Rumble Spark.
Yeah, I've played this deck before, and he's a very good pilot. Both these guys are great pilots, but Mundungu's deck is a Rumble Spark with some shambling. You can see it looks like his first card is a Shambling Spectre, but it's a more traditional Rumble Spark. What do you think of Rumble Spark decks in general, Joel? Have you played a lot of them?
Oh, they're horrible. They're the worst things I've ever seen in my life. They're cheesy as hell. No, I did the Shuffle Bus tournament with a blue deck. That's because I don't play purple. I'm not like these people. And went 7-0. So there's proof. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing.
Nice.
But when you have a purple deck like this, where you got a Vampiric Demon and a Dark Heart Sorcerer, I mean, you can throw out so much cheese and get that Rumble Spark out within 2 cards that it gets hard to deal with.
Yeah. Early on, right after Fuse Fest, folks had identified Vampiric and Dark Hearts in the same deck as being a pretty good, consistent engine for Rumble Spark. So we'll see. He also has a Shambling Spectre, which looks amazing, but Shambling could, in theory, proc it as well, depending on the sequence of play.
Yeah, as long as it stays alive.
Yeah.
Gotta stay alive. So would you consider these meta decks?
I think Shambling definitely, and Purple Green Matt's deck, but Matt's is an extreme. I wouldn't expect a normal player to have access to 3 Shamblers. I'm excited to see how it does. I've only seen this deck in action maybe once on Matt's YouTube video versus Grandfather, like you mentioned. So,
well, there's definitely another one out there because someone bought one. little while ago on one of the that Viking game sale.
Ooh, it was three
So there's
shamblers.
three Shamblers.
Ooh, we gotta watch out. Oh shoot. Um,
Yeah, and then I think the other ones qualifies as meta as well because it's just the Dark Heart Rumble Spark combo. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but fun fact, meta is actually an old acronym way back in history. Most elephants taking apples. Uh, Hannibal's men used to have side games where they would have buckets of apples, and they'd take bets on which bucket the most elephants would go to. And so it's kind of like today, where it's the elephants are people. Which deck are they going to play the most? But just a lesson in history for today's game about where meta
Hmm.
came from and
Hmm.
how it's an acronym.
Thank you. That's so insightful. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know that. Well,
yeah, no
keep
problem.
that insight coming. Let's jump into the game. I'm going to go ahead and start us off here. But great insight. Keep it coming. And then I do want your opinion on Rumble Spark as we go, because you're such a good pilot dealing with Rumble Sparks. Like if you see something that jumps out as like, oh, he needs to take care of that right away, be sure to point it out.
Yeah, I mean, the Rumble Spark's one of those things, in my mind, especially with what Matt has, he's going to be gaining so much life that when Rumble Spark comes out, he can probably take some hits,
Hmm. Hmm.
um, and just let it be while he builds up a board, and then just start blocking it once it becomes a little bit more of an issue.
Hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have any Swamp Moss lurkers or anything, so he doesn't have to worry about staying over 50.
Oh yeah, yeah, that extra free play. It looks like Matt is playing a Mantis to Cersei life drain. It looks like dealing 4 damage to that shambling spirit there.
So what are the odds that we see over 100 life on both of these decks?
That's a tricky one because the shamble should be draining. Let's see if the Dark Heart stays in play for more than a turn or two. That should really decide how much
Maybe. I
health.
mean, he's got that vampiric guy.
Hmm. Which vampire creature is it? I don't have it in front of me, but
It's the vampiric demon, so it's a big one, six
demon.
six.
Oh yeah. Wow, I just love Matt's hand here. We can see it here in hindsight at the recording, but Glowhive and Shambler and Batterhide. This is just a fantastic deck here from Matt. Not seeing
I
any
feel.
weakness.
I don't know what the. I mean,
What would you play? Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Wow.
play these purple things. You might as well just play out some Shamblers and level them up and have fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, once you get two on the board, all of a sudden it doesn't matter who's dying anymore.
So this is
You're just
interesting.
getting incredible.
The aggressive Phoenix here, we'll see. He could choose to Batterhide it and push it to the back, take less damage, or he could Shambler, but it would not trade, rather. It would just do 2 damage. What do you think, Joel? What are the thoughts
I mean,
coming from Matt's
honestly,
hand
I
here?
would put out the Shambler. I'd
Get it
take the
going.
6 damage, and then next turn, there's nothing in Mundungu's deck that what does he
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess he has a disintegrate, but he's not going to play it right
Oh.
now.
So this is a
Uh,
refreshing Batterhide. I saw this card. It's gonna gain 5 life right off the bat, and he's also gonna disable and
yeah,
push back something.
yeah, he's going to push back the
The Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Hmm.
I'm much more of a riskier player than most people, I think, so I don't care about taking damage. But
Yeah.
I mean, this might be a race to see who has the highest life at the end here.
Hmm. That is dangerous with Rumble Spark. The few times I've played my Rumble Spark, it's able to put out a lot of damage in bursts. So it's gaining 4 every spell play. So those Rumble Sparks can start hitting for 15, 20 damage, which makes
Yeah,
health
but
sort of irrelevant. But what do you think? Yeah.
trying to think here. I mean, the only he doesn't have anything that's gonna give it trample,
Oh,
but he
right.
does have some stuff that might remove something if Rumble Sparks on the forge, and uh,
Hmm.
he can remove that creature on the last play.
Hmm. So looking at Matt's
But
hand here, it looks like he has Cersei's Call and Primal Surge, which are both great, but he doesn't have a lot of heal options unless something dies to trigger the Primal Surge. So,
yeah, so I mean, he's not gonna be able to kill the Phoenix unless Mundungu decides the Phoenix is gonna die here. But
yeah, mobility is so
uh,
nice on Phoenix, huh? How he can just move it around.
But I mean, might as well start playing the shambling stuff, right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. What kind of removal does Mundungu have there when he's looking at a Shambler that's a 5/4 and a Batterhide that's a 6/5?
He's got disintegrate. He's got a stampede, but I'm trying to look at what dinosaurs he has.
It looks like the Disintegrate is on his discard pile right now too, so that's out of
Oh yeah.
play. Okay, here comes that demon you were talking about. So he's going to drain Matt for 2 and get his Phoenix into a free lane.
He's got a tortoise colossus. That's how he gets the stampede. So I'm guessing
Oh.
stampede's not a card he's gonna play.
How about the
Um,
Necrogram half? Does he have any options to deal with this board?
I mean, Soul Reap's not gonna kill it. He's got a grave pack. There's
Hmm.
an epidemic,
Hmm.
but I
Epidemics
mean,
might not be good enough, but Grave Pact would be. So looks like Matt went with Cersei's Call, even though there's only been one spell play being itself. I guess he values Cersei's Call late game more than these other cards.
yeah, I don't know. Like the devouring is gonna play much effect here.
Yeah, how many spells are in Matt's deck?
Uh, there's only 6.
Hmm.
So, and then
Hmm.
Mundungu has 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, I remember looking at Matt's deck and not thinking there are a lot of spells that are high priority, like Dreadbolt or. But Cersei's is great, and then Primal Surge should be free 50% of the time or something.
I
Can you
mean, it's
see,
probably higher than that with his deck, but
can you see what
could get
Sunder
crazy.
abilities Mundungu has? It looks like they're looking at Forgeborn cards.
Sunder has play up to 2 spells, right? So it's the first one.
Okay.
And the second one's Frost Blast, which is deal 4 damage to each creature. And then Gale Surge is the last one, which gives +4 attack to all your creatures and mobility 3.
Here comes some more spell synergy from Mundungu. He just played
Yeah.
the Unstable Vortex, which is
So
a.
that's another way he can get rid of the Shambler, though. Is that he's going to be able to play a spell on the next. Oh, I guess Shambler's dying. But
Yeah,
if
2
he can get
Shamble points.
that Vortex up, and Matt plays a Shambler, he could potentially kill off the Vortex to just straight up kill the Shambler.
Hmm. So that's an extra removal card. Good point there. Yeah, I haven't had much experience with Unstable Vortex.
Well, if he gets out the Rumble Spark every time the Rumble Spark dies, that Vortex will get a
Ah.
plus attack too. So
Vortex gets 2 for every spell play at every level, or does that increase as well as it gets higher leveled? The +2 plus.
it's 2, 3, 4, so it
Wow.
increases.
Wow, that's great. So Matt's looking at a board disparity now, but a health um, net of 5 over Mundungu. I'd be a little concerned. What do you think, Joel, looking at this as we
I
exit
mean,
the first cycle
he's
here?
got he's got multiple cards that he's got the last play. Here
Yeah,
comes the
Rumbles.
so he's going to be able to, I don't know, he can play the Beast and then play the Soul Reap, and then who cares if someone comes through after you play the Soul Reap because you just got so much life.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Darkheart.
yeah, so he's gonna go for it because that's the Beast. That's the Beast that he needs.
Hmm. Yep, and he just cleaned up 2 cards with that activate on the Spirit Warrior. Okay, I thought Darkheart
It,
might come down into the Rumble Spark lane, but it looks like it's a Gloomreaper. So
well, he would have played the Dark Heart first because you play the Dark Heart
if he's
first, then you.
greedy, yeah, yeah. I like
Well,
to
no,
sneak it in sometime, but
because he played the Nova Elementalist this turn, so you'd want to play the Dark Heart first, and then you play the Nova Elementalist because that counts as being a spell,
mm-hmm.
and then it auto triggers. The
Yeah, that's a really nice part of it for sure. I think the board might have been full too. Can it transform into an? Does it have to be an empty lane? Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway,
it has to be an empty
so
lane.
Matt almost helped him out there. Maybe, but I still would have played Darkheart here if I had it. So Mundungu must have missed Darkheart.
Yeah, I think he missed it.
They're going to combat. It looks like there's some
Oh,
discussion.
so here's the thing: is if they're going to combat, and that hag comes through, that's an elemental.
Yep. Yeah. It looks like they're
So
discussing.
he's gonna take that move back, I think,
Oh,
because he
okay.
didn't realize that that's an elemental.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Yep. You're right, Joel. Looks like that's what he's doing. That's some nice fair play. You know, not everyone understands the intricacies of Rumble Spark, so that's nice of Mundungu to let him consider that again.
But even in, I think it was the final game of Shuffle Bus, I right before the game, I had made sure that easy to remember. I'm like, hey, if one elemental for one damage comes through, that will proc, and because it's like you said, not everyone plays against it, and it's hard to
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah, you're never that nice to me when we play. You know, I'd appreciate a little
Well,
bit of
that's
that in the
because you put.
future.
I don't
So,
like people with cheese.
some good strong cheese is what I like. Okay, so it looks like Gloom Reaper on Gloom Reaper. That's going to be an interesting. So no net change in life from the Gloom Reapers, and then no flipping of Rumble Spark.
Hey, what's up, folks? Editor Couz here. As I'm editing this, I realized that there was a mistake made here, so I figured I'd call it out. So even though there was no exchange of life there or change in life totals, because both our Gloom Reaper hags kind of counteracted each other, technically his Gloom Reaper hag did damage me, because it died and it damaged me, and then I healed it right away because of the simultaneous triggers of each of our Gloom Reaper hags. So that Rumble Spark should have transformed, and he should have had the embodiment out on the board. So just wanted to call that out. Also, while we're taking a quick pause here, I will also say that Mundungu was super gracious and did let me take a move back there, as I realized that anything in that lane is considered an elemental. So yeah, Mundungu is a super great sport, and there was one other little thing later on that you'll notice that he allowed me to play a card a little bit late as well. Not any major effects or changes, but still, obviously being a great sport, and that is very much appreciated. So on with the game.
Yep.
Going into cycle 2. But
We'll
I think
see.
Mundungu's played a lot of the key cards. How many Shamblers did we see from Matt? 2?
Did he play two of them? I think he might have only played one.
Um, yeah, we had the 5/4 Shambling Spirit thing, and then
Mm. I think he just got one of them out, so he's a little bit behind on it. But
just one. Okay. He saw
I
one of the
mean,
Shamblers
this
turn 1 and maybe chose not to. Yeah, I wonder what he's thinking right now.
with these life gain decks, I think this is going to go to cycle 4.
Uh,
So I mean, having some Shamblers for cycle 4 probably isn't a bad thing.
mm-hmm. You know, that's actually one of the thoughts in my deck building in set 1 was that these life gain decks go to cycle 4 so often that you want a big card to punch through like Krogius. And in fact, there's a set 1 green card that made me think that a lot. Glowhive Siren's just so good. It gains you 4 health, has 8 health of its own, blocks a lane. It's such a great card. It can really stall out a game. Ooh, Disintegrate.
Oh, yeah. So he did his Forge Born ability, and now he's did the Disintegrate.
And then all 3 of his creatures got the spell proc bonus. Wow.
Mm.
Wow. So he's got 12 damage potential on the board, even though only the unstable is in the front row.
Yeah,
Ooh,
if he
this
did the Spirit Reaver, he'd be able to take 3 health off of every single one of those elementals. But
looks like he chooses Circes again, which isn't bad.
well, he's got to be careful. He's got to put it in that lane because if Mundungu has the Charger Mammoth or the Tortoise Colossus, that's aggressive
Ah,
creatures, and the Mammoth has a breakthrough. So
ah.
it's got to be something over 4.
So that's why he was looking at the Sunder backside of the card. Okay, was to see what aggressive. Good play there by Matt to think ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty important to keep that lane kind of clogged up, especially if someone has aggressive creatures do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to make it easy for someone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, easier than what can already happen with that purple deck.
Yeah, a lot of options. Like Vampiric, you just drop it in there, it transform right now. I do like putting a big creature against Rumble Spark in its Exalt form, because if they choose Darkheart, then you're maybe putting some damage on a Darkheart too. Oh, there you go. He did
Oh,
have
there's that.
Charger
Oh,
Mammoth.
and he's gonna kill the brute.
Oh, and he'll put breakthrough damage too, because yeah. So
Or
it's
wait,
gonna
oh
trigger it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I can't see the numbers
yeah. The
perfectly,
quality is
so
a
it wasn't
little.
enough. But and I blame Matt for that.
But the breakthrough is
So
going to trigger the Rumble Spark at the
yep.
end of combat, which is really key. Get that going. And once it's out, you just have to play a Dark Heart, and it kind of then force your opponent to deal with the Dark Heart before
Hmm.
dealing with the embodiment.
Yeah, once it's out, the goal is to kill the Dark Heart
Mm-hmm.
first before you, unless that Rumble Spark's really an issue.
This is tough
Which it,
too, being off Forge, because a Dark Heart, if it came out this cycle, would be back row, and then I don't think, does Matt have any options like aggressive? I guess Grave Pack's still in play somewhere.
no, Grave Pack's in Mundungu's deck.
Oh, okay. So Matt doesn't have. Oof.
I mean, he's got Toxic Spores. That's about and Soul Reap, but that's not going to do anything right now.
What does the Mantis do here for Matt? Can you see what the level 2 Circe is? Is it? It looks like Death Touch maybe, which would be great.
No, it's Wrath. Right? Am I looking at the right one? Oh,
Circe.
sorry.
All good, all good.
Sorry, I hate looking at this purple stuff. So, Death Touch, yeah.
Oh, great. That's a great option.
Well, it can't kill Rumble.
That's true.
I don't know who thought about that, making him a level 3, but whatever.
Ooh, this is a cool card. Elementalist Ritual.
So he's got an elemental. He gets to pick 2 of them, and if he does the mass damage, none of his elementals will get damaged because it's all non-elemental cards.
So it's a board wipe? Do you think he's going to go? Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
he's doing a board wipe.
wiping.
+4 to the Rumble Spark, +2 to the Sprite. Ooh, that's a great card to level too, because the first line there where it says non-combat damage is increased, that applies to Darkheart. So in the future, that can amp up as the card levels and make Darkheart quite intimidating.
Yeah, Matt's some tough decisions.
I don't know if I would play the Mantis first here. I would definitely wait to see if he's going to drop a Darkheart or something higher priority than that Sprite over there. So
Yeah, he's not going to play it first. I think he might start getting out that shambling, maybe.
Yeah, what would you do? Would you try and gloomreaper? What's the stats on gloomreaper level 2? We're a little obscured here, but
I think it's 8-5.
8-5, 8-6.
Oh, 8-6, 8-6.
So it could knock the Rumble Spark back to an Exalt.
Yeah, but you don't do that right now in case he has the Dark Heart. You have the last move. I don't know. Matt's thinking. I mean, he's got a decision. It's like a decision going to a Canadian grocery store. You got like 40 aisles of maple syrup, but you don't know which one's best right now. It's a tough decision.
Yeah, I wish we had that much maple syrup here in California. We don't. The Banshee's gonna kill the Sprite, which will trigger an extra
there
block.
it is.
Yeah, there's the Dark Heart. So he should no brainer go with Mantis here. But does he block the Rumble Spark? Chump block? Yeah, it looks like he's going to.
Probably. I mean, he's going to get shambling off of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And a Banshee proc of 3 at level 1. So that's kind of nice. Oh, he could actually, use his life drain too. Now that they're in cycle 2, it looks like Matt still has that available to him. We should watch when he chooses to use that. Okay. So Darkheart is out for the rest of the cycle now.
Yeah, for the time being.
Matt is not seeing his Shamblers here. And has he seen his Kindred Ranger at all?
I mean, he's got the Mystic War Tusk, which plays a Wisp. I don't know. I mean, he's up. He's going to get so much health this turn. It's going to be ridiculous.
So what do you think about Batterhide here to Because Batterhead can remove
No,
printed effects.
but
Some
he can't
people.
reprint the Rumble Sparks right now because
He has
it's
to be
level
level
gated.
3. Okay. But is it
See,
priority?
I'd almost switch those two because Mundungu has so much stuff to remove it. Because right now, Stampede could technically remove that Wisp, and that's another 8 damage.
Go to face. +4 for spell play, yeah. It does
so
look
he's
like...
okay. He's getting life. Oh, he's getting. I keep forgetting this thing's refreshing. So.
And he turns off Mundungu's Shambling Spirit Warrior over there. So that's actually pretty cool. Although he's not going to be able to remove the Shambler on Mundungu's side. He does have Primal Surge still to play. Matt does. For free.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Oh, did he forget to play it? Oh, no. I think Matt forgot to play the Primal Surge for free.
Well, he didn't gain life this turn, did he?
Yeah, wasn't it? Oh, it was not refreshing Batterhead? I think it was.
Oh, it was refreshing.
Yeah. Oh, but that would have just been 2 more attack and some armor. Okay, so the Vampiric Demon is now leveled up to 3, and look at that stat line, 7/9 on the demon, so strong. Oh, is there still a play to be done here? Okay, so he did.
How's he do it? Or maybe he's just letting them do it.
Yeah, I think Mundungu might be playing nice again. We'll see. But yeah, that's okay. Is it going to be consequential here? It will be.
Well, it's going to let his Batterhide survive.
Yeah, by 1 health point. Maybe.
See, here's the interesting thing is, if you think this is going to go to cycle 4, do you play the Vampiric Demon? I don't know what's in Mundungu's hand, but do you save the Vampiric Demon to have another chance to proc the Rumble Spark for 2 more cycles? Because right now, that Vampiric Demon's only going to draw for 1 more time.
That's a good point.
And so,
what would you do? Yeah, what would you do?
I mean, it kind of depends on what's in this hand. We don't have that information.
Yeah.
But it's a big creature. It removes something. It's 1 less thing that can be shambled.
So how about cycle 3 abilities? Can you confirm what each player has?
So Mundungu has the 4 damage to each enemy creature.
Okay. And then is it Army Commander for Cersei in the next
level?
level?
Oh, you're looking at... So level 3 is Death Touch. Level 4 is Army Commander.
Okay. So the Mantis
level 4 for Sunder is the give everyone +4 attack and mobility.
Okay. I'm just thinking ahead to the Mantis play of Army Commander. That could be really impactful. He's been able to play Mantis twice now.
I'm curious why he put the Rumble Spark on the Shambler, unless he plans on killing one of his own creatures somehow.
It is stealth, but that's a slow play.
Stealth. Oh, it is stealth.
But it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have it in combat. I agree with you. I'm not sure the thought process there. I guess it's more guaranteed, but you have to wait till after combat to see the benefit of the Rumble.
I mean, the refreshing Batterhide's just going to put it to the back. But then Matt's not going to have it anymore.
Wouldn't this be interesting if the Batterhide pokes for...
Yeah, Matt really wanted that guy to stay alive. Oof. Yeah, 2 damage. Because there's 1 elemental out. Because of the Rumble Spark Exalt.
So if Matt chooses to use his Death Touch, maybe that was the thinking. Mundungu said, hey, if Matt's going to hit me with Death Touch, it'll trigger a Shamble and give me a Rumble Spark. That might be why he chose that. That does seem like a good play in hindsight.
I don't know. A lot of guys on the board here from Mundungu.
We do see the Kindred Ranger now.
Well, if Matt doesn't play the Shambling
Banshee,
he's not going to get the level 3 of it.
That does seem like a great card. What's the stat line here at level 2? Is it only 3 attack?
It's only 3 attack, but what is it? 8 health. So it survives anything.
This is tough.
But the question is, does he use Death Touch or does he wait until do you wait to see if Darkheart comes out to use it? because you
certainly
want to.
wait to at least see what the next play is, but then yeah, I'm with you. Does he use it at all before combat? Because he'll give a rumble spark to Mundungu for combat. So he plays the Banshee, which is great. What do you think against Elementalist?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you want it to stay alive because you want next turn to put some creatures out.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay. So Mundungu does have a way to get the rumble spark on his own and remove the.
and yeah,
Ooh, that's a really good play. So Matt's health goes up off that. But then he should have taken 2. But anyway, and now the rumble spark is out.
that's a tough one for Matt there.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking through the triggers there, but the shambling trigger. I think now Matt's in the clear to use Death Touch though, which should equalize this board state a little bit. I think I Death Touch the Shambler.
I don't know. I'm a person who
Actually,
likes to
yeah.
save it just because it's gonna make Mundungu play differently. But he uses it,
He
and
does
that might
use
be the
it.
right move.
Takes the Shambler. This Batterhide, I'm not sure I would play this here because like later in the game that could
I
really
could kill
catch a
Rumble Spark if he
right?
could.
Right. But if he uses it now, it's going to push it back, and then there'll be no combat trading. Oh, this is tough.
I mean, he's so far. I mean, he's ahead in health. He can take a turn of damage of 11 damage.
Right. I think I would do that too. Not play the Batterhide and go with. Does
I
anything
mean, he
survive?
could block with that feather thing.
Mm-hmm. Or even just
and
leveling up the Ranger at this point wouldn't be bad. Like Kindred level 2 is gaining 3/3 after every health proc.
What's the Ranger's health? 5? Yeah, maybe Kindred and just block the Rumble Spark.
Oh, is it 5? Oh, that's perfect then. Yeah, I think I would do that. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think I'd play the refreshing though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. This is not the right moment, maybe. But it looks like Matt's going to do it. He's really clicking on that. So this could change the game.
So I got another fun fact for you today.
Let's hear it.
Mundungu spelled backwards is Ugnudnum.
Is that what he was going for when he named himself?
I don't know. It's a fun fact. Fun fact.
Great. What is roll out the playmat backwards? Can you
You know,
look that up for us?
I was doing that for. It's funny because when you do any Canadian name and you spell it backwards, and I looked all over the place and was doing it backwards, and they all come out with A.
It's that simple.
Yeah, it's just that simple. It's just crazy. Every single Canadian name is just spelled backwards A.
Hey.
All right, so he does do the Batterhide. He
Yeah.
saves some damage. He must want that health. Like you said, or like I said, I'm much more lenient on my health going down than most people. So
me too. But he knows this deck pretty well at this point. Matt's had this deck for a while, so let's give him the benefit of the doubt. The Mantis, I'm sure, is what Matt's looking through his discard right now because he's got the Army Commander 4 on tap now. When I have Army Commander, and I play a lot of Army Commander decks, right now the first card play is usually something that I'm thinking about armor commandering as my next play. So this is going to be interesting. Like if he plays Glowhive 1, he could Mantis into Glowhive, or Glowhive 2, he could Mantis into Glowhive 3. He could even take a level 1 card and go all the way up if he wanted to.
well, he's got the Shambler sitting in the Banshee Shambler, which at level 3 has 11 health. It's not going to kill the demon. Because you want the Banshee to typically kill something because it will deal 7 damage to the player if it kills it. Well, alright, he's going to block. And he might put out the level 3 Shambling Geist. Geist, whatever the heck it is.
That's true. What's the stat line on that one?
814. So
814.
Oh, there's the Dark
Dark Heart. Interesting. Ooh.
What's interesting because I don't know, like you can get out that Rumble Spark now.
Yep, pretty
But
easily.
Matt's gonna start playing some big guys.
Yeah, this could turn into quite a slug match. And Mundungu still has the 4 damage to all of Matt's board whenever he wants to use it. I think Glowhive is a big enough creature. Would you save Mantis, or I think I might save Mantis despite it's giving such a big advantage and try and just
Uh,
no Cycle
uh,
4 is going to happen.
I don't know. Dude, you get out 2 Shamblers, now you're doing 5 life, 5
So that's going to shamble. Yeah,
5 damage.
puts the Mantis where it'll trade for the shambles. Yep. So you could take any one of these cards he's looking at and go all the way to level 3. I mean, like you said, it's probably going to be the Geist, but he could also take any of those. Like the Kindred Ranger could go all the way to level 3. He chooses the Geist. Okay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of health. Yeah, so he can play the Rumble Spark, but it's not going to kill anything on there unless he uses that Forgeborn.
So if
But
Mundungu
everything he
has
kills, it's going to be ugly.
if Mundungu has Disintegrate too, how much damage is that? 12? Is that right?
I think it's 12.
So he could hit a newly
Let me
played
look.
creature for 12 plus do 4 damage to Matt's board, but he'd be eating potentially some shambles.
Oh, it's 14 at level 2.
Ooh, 14.
So it could kill. Yeah, if he had it.
Yeah,
It would be the
Disintegrate.
thing to do right now, that's for sure.
Yeah. Get rid of the highest shambler and then hit his board maybe for 4 and go to face with the demon and have a rumble. Yeah, that would be amazing play right now. He's thinking. Looks like Mundungu's thinking it over, so there must not be an easy answer here.
Well, it's going to take a lot of damage.
What other spells does Mundungu have that he might be thinking about to trigger the rumble spark?
I don't know what he's going to use. He's got Cersei's Call, which wouldn't kill anything.
Oh.
Epidemic's not going to do much.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got okay. So he's going to do
ritual.
damage to everything, or is he going to?
So he does
I
have
don't
an
know what he's going to
elemental
do.
because the dark heart counts. So yeah, let's see. Probably 3 additional, and then he's doing maybe 5 direct.
He's going to try to take out that
3.
Shambler or that Shambling.
Yeah, he just did
level
8.
3
8 to the level 3 Shambler off that ritual and drained Matt for a good amount there. Oh, he's going to use the Rumble Spark to now. Yeah, so Mundungu does use his hero ability too to do an extra 4 damage across the board. This is going to be a lot of shambles though. Matt's going to really get some benefit off shambling.
It's going to be a lot of life, which is why
Yeah.
these decks are disgusting.
Yeah. So the Rumble's going to die in combat and trade out with the Batterhide.
I would put it in front of the Shambling, level 3 Shambling, and then next turn,
yeah,
get an Epidemic, and you're perfectly fine. Well, I mean, Epidemic then kills the demon. I don't know. What happened here? How'd he kill it?
I'm not sure how he killed the level 3 Geist. Because it would have been 8 from the ritual, another 4, you said, from the Sunder ability? So 12. And the Geist had 14, right? Maybe we must have missed something.
Hey guys, editor Couz here again. So to provide some clarity, what happened was that Mundungu had played Elementalist Ritual, and because he had an Elementalist in play, he was able to choose 2. So the first thing that he chose was to increase any non-combat damage by, I believe, 3 for the rest of the turn. And then the second thing that he chose was to do damage, I forget the exact amount, but per Elementalist he had in play. So he put that damage into the Geist in the right lane there, taking his damage down a bunch. And then he triggered his Forgeborn, which did 4 damage to all of my creatures. What the guys aren't realizing is that Elementalist Ritual increased this damage that he's doing, 4 to each of my creatures, by 3 as well, because it is for the rest of the turn, and it is non-combat damage. So that's what wiped the rest of my board. And that's the reason that all of my guys died there. But there was a bunch of shambling that occurred there as well, and some life gain, and so hopefully that brings you back up to speed.
And this is the last turn of cycle 3. So Matt didn't see Cersei's Call level 3, which could be a nice tool here when he's down on board state. It does look like he has the level 1 Shambler.
Well, if he plays, oof. I
And
mean,
Primal Surge.
he doesn't necessarily have to play it.
Hmm.
Might be, I don't know. I mean, because he has his army commander next
Next.
cycle.
That's true. Do you think he'll want to pull a Shambler back?
I mean, he's blocking damage. He's going to get a ton of shambling points. I mean, Gloomreaper might be a thing, just to take out the demon and not worry about it anymore.
I like that play
I don't know.
too.
Maybe I'm starting to think hibernating Shambler on the Rumble and then Gloomreaper on the demon, maybe, or even on his Gloomreaper.
What are the War Tusk stats for level 2? It looks like he has 7 attack, but if he has enough health to survive.
War Tusk.
Oh, he has 8. It looks like 8 health.
8 health, yeah.
So that's pretty good.
But he does have off forge, so he can play the wisp, the just take something.
Jump block. I like the War Tusk play. But it looks like he is gonna get Shambler going. The level 1 hibernating Shambler.
Yeah, he's gonna force Mundungu to play a spell if he wants to.
Ooh, he doesn't have a spell maybe, but he goes with level 3 Vampiric Demon. Look at Matt's health; it's still above 60 after all this.
I know, and he's gonna play this, and 4 things are gonna die.
Ooh.
So if he plays that, which isn't bad because the board's gonna be full. What else is he gonna play? I mean, the board's gonna be full anyway for Mundungu next round, and just force him to replace some stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Matt chooses to put the Wisp in front of the 9/9, save a point of damage.
So the War Tusk is going to survive this round.
I thought Matt would get more free plays out of Primal Surge, but here again he didn't get a free play out of Primal Surge, which is it's such a good card. I really like Primal Surge.
He's saving 2 creatures, so it's not bad. I mean, at this point, he just has to chump and shamble.
Yeah, do you think Mundungu didn't have a spell available to pump the Rumble? Because I think that would have been a good play, right? With the Dark Heart out, a spell is probably a little bit more.
Maybe. I mean, it's like I said, maybe is it one of those things where you save the Vampiric to cycle 4 in case your Dark Heart's dead, your Rumble is sitting out as an Exalt form, and you can just play the Vampiric to proc the Rumble. But now he won't be able to do that anymore. But he also did a whole bunch of damage, so.
Yeah, true. So Matt has the Forge here in Cycle 4. He's going to have 2 Forge plays.
This
and
is
Army
gross.
Commander. Yeah, what do you think he's going through right now? What's going through his mind?
Well, Matt's going to play the Shambler. He's going to Army Command the level 3 Shambler. And then he's going to play the other Shambling Banshee. And this is going to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So you think you should immediately Army Commander it right now in this situation? Because once it's on the board, it's in play and.
I mean, why not? So you got 3. You'd have 3, 6, 9. Oh, okay.
So Shamble of 3.
So Shamble's a 7 for all of these.
Oh wow!
And that one's gonna live.
Banshee proc too. How much is the Banshee proc at level 3?
7 damage. Yep. So he's gonna play this.
Okay, so Army Commanders, the hibernating, which has a huge stat line at level 3. Wow, 14, 18.
It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Who decided this was a good idea?
Yeah, it really seems like Matt's and a lot of the green purples, the strategy is just get to cycle 4 and then drop boards that are just like, impossible to get through with Army Commander and crazy Shamblers. This is really tough. This is why I like Krogius. Like maybe you have a Hail Mary option at the end of cycle 3 or early cycle 4, but 64 health is a lot to deal with.
Yeah. And it's like, do you want to keep your Dark Heart out to take that 7 damage? It's not going to matter because he's going to take the 7 damage over there in the War Tusk. But maybe you don't want to kill that War Tusk because of all this shambling out.
Mundungu just eyed his hero ability, his Forgeborn ability again. What was it for cycle 4?
+4 attack to everything and give him mobility 3.
Oh, mobility could be interesting here. Yeah.
So he can move his Dark Heart out of the way. That's not a bad move there.
Yeah,
Put the
maybe
Rumble
in
Spark on the
middle.
War Tusk,
Mm-hmm.
and then put the Dark Heart on the Shamble, on the level 1 Shambler. Take the 5 or whatever damage that is with the Banshee, and your Rumble's gonna proc right back because
Dark Heart will be alive. Yeah.
yeah.
I like that play a lot, and yeah, that's a good ability there to give him some flexibility.
I mean, the problem is you still have a whole bunch of level 3 Shamblers sitting on the board.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do about that. I
That
mean,
hybrid.
so I guess the Rumble Spark. Well, so here's the problem. You got to get the Dark Heart out of the way. And where do you put it? Do you move the Demon and then you move the Dark Heart over to block the level 3 Shambler, and then you move the Rumble Spark over to kill the shambling Banshee? Because you got to move them one at a time.
Yeah.
You just have to make room somehow to get that Rumble Spark over to that level 3 shambling Banshee to kill it.
Yeah, this is tricky.
So he could kill 2 Shamblers on this turn.
He should, yeah, in my opinion, he should try to kill them both, like you're saying, and get rid of the Banshee and the level 1 in the middle. Oh, okay. So he does move this. It will die against the War Tusk, but that's fine because he has Dark Heart in play.
Oh, I didn't see the gloomreaper. Alright, so that's gonna kill that.
Oh, he's still thinking about it. He's still thinking about it, but
I mean,
Demon or
I think this
gloomreaper.
is fine. I think this is fine because unless he wants to get health from the hag. But
He
I
still
think
has
you
a
kill off the
card play,
Banshee.
right? So Mundungu still has 1 card play, I think. So it kind of depends because he's only disintegrated so far, and then activated his hero. Is that right? So he could drop something somewhere. We don't know what it's in his hand. Yep. What's he got there? Oh,
Ooh,
looks like
he's got a
Elementalist.
disintegrate. No, I thought that was a disintegrate, wasn't it?
He played the level 2 disintegrate first, so it can't be disintegrate.
Oh.
It might. Yeah, the pixelated.
Oh no, his disintegrate's sitting in the discard pile.
Yeah.
Okay. That must be an
It kind of looked like Nova Elementalist, and he has only 1. Yeah. So how much
Yep,
does it
there
do?
it is, yeah.
You know this card. Okay.
5 damage for each elemental.
Oh.
So he's gonna try to kill off all the
Shamblers
this round, except for the Banshee. I think I would have moved the hag over to kill the Banshee, but also that would have been a ton of damage,
extra triggers,
and a lot of So maybe not. Maybe he does the right thing.
This is tricky. Yeah, you really have to do your math on the board states. That's complicated. Let's see the health total. So right now, 52-37. Let's see what happens after all these triggers. All right. So Mundungu's going down quite a bit.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
Ooh.
It would have been ridiculous either way. I don't know. Do you just...
So was that 16 damage? Yeah, anyway. Oh, so he goes back up a little from his Dark Heart triggering the Rumble Spark. There should have been... it seems a little light even. Like if... Oh, the Banshee didn't get a kill. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, Banshee.
7 more. Okay. Ooh. So this is Mundungu's last turn to get things in the front row to push more damage. And Matt's at 70 health.
Yeah.
Oh, and he goes with Darkheart, which is a back row creature, but has potential.
Well, if he has the Elementalist Ritual, so that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Matt's able to remove one of the Darkhearts.
+2,
oh, it pumps
Yep,
up the Banshee. Nice.
That'll do 7 damage. I think this
is
probably over.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Because if he plays a spell, he's going to play Cersei. Well, Cersei's free anyway.
Oh, there it is. You're right. Oh, wow. Good call. So he's going to do an extra 4, and he's going to put all that on the Banshee, which will kill it.
Did he just... Is he doing it all on the life? He might be doing it all on the
Oh,
life.
you're right. Yep, he did do it. Wow. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's you just lock your way out of this game now.
And Cersei's free. Yeah, this is looking good. Does Mundungu still have his level 3 Shambler? I don't think it matters with these health totals, but yeah, it's too bad he doesn't have that out on the board. So these brutes aren't going to be able to kill 2 of the creatures, but gloomreaper goes down.
I mean, that'll be fine. He just has to block some creatures next turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that was free because he's going to get another.
Oh, I didn't see commanding. You're right. So now commanding allows elementalist to die to the brute.
And then the zombies get +1/+1.
Yeah.
So I don't think. Oh, he's just trying to keep that brute alive, I guess.
And maybe he doesn't want to proc the rumble spark. So this is good. That must be what he's thinking.
Yeah.
There's no point.
You don't want to kill the rumble spark.
Yeah. So those trade. There is a gloomreaper proc. And then the brute will die, but save the damage. Okay, last turn of the game here. 50-19.
Yeah, got mystical. Yeah, you might as well just play the glow hive. Get
some health.
Get your life. And then war tusk it out and put some armor on something and call it a day, I think.
Yeah, there's not enough spell triggers to really equalize this, 31 point health difference. Put a big body, gain some life. Yeah, this looks like the end. How would you approach, Joel, a triple shambler deck? Like, if you could start building something from your collection, what would your approach be?
Go over to Matt's house and burn it. I don't know. You just have to have I mean, if you have a counter deck, it's going to be... I think you're going to do just whatever blanks out abilities. Or either that, or you just have to be able to kill a shambler each time it comes out somehow. And it's all reactive stuff. Most of the time, you want to be the person initiating stuff because you get to play it when you want to play it. So, I don't know.
In Shuffle Bus, did you see shambling decks, and then what was your approach to suppress or sonic burst them down?
I don't think there might have been one deck with I never played a complete shambling deck in Shuffle Bus. That's the only reason I went undefeated in that.
No.
I think if I played a shambling deck, I was dead.
Your deck was very good, and I thought your deck could handle this because a lot of these shamblers that Matt has, they have low attack until hibernating, I guess, at the end. But
no, there's just too much damage in Matt's deck. I don't think most decks can handle Matt's deck, to be honest.
Oh, here's the shambling specter at the end, but yeah, not going to be enough. It looks like Matt's rolling up his sleeve. He knows he's got it.
I mean, the life's not that far off. I mean, if there's a spell Mundungu could do and have a creature die, the spell is 10-point difference. And then out shamble Matt here.
I think both decks were going down that sustain route. You called it out from the beginning, right? Like, this is going to go to cycle 4 because they're both just trying to like gain and drain. So it's just who did a little more of that, right? Yeah, and Matt has some great options.
I'm trying to think if Mundungu has anything for free.
Yeah, Flame Jet's not in there. Xerath will. Does he have any of those?
No.
That would be a nice addition, but I really like his Vampiric and Darkheart options. It went undefeated other than this deck, so it must be pretty strong.
Yeah, if he could play 2 spells or something this turn, he might have had it, but...
Okay, that looks like they're just talking it out now. So yeah, I think that's it. Joel, do you want to wrap up with any other thoughts or on the game or commentary or what you saw here?
I saw two decks that lots of people like to play,
Uh-huh.
and they beat the hell out of each other.
Uh-huh.
And one was just able to health gain out the other one. I mean, it didn't get up to the hundreds like I thought it might, but
we should have bet on how high the health totals would get. Yeah.
yeah, I'd have been wrong. I thought I mean, I don't think Mundungu didn't draw his dark heart in round 1, I believe. That might have hurt him a bit. I don't. Matt's deck's tough. Mundungu's deck is awesome as well. It's just.
Yeah, these are both scary decks. I thought maybe the Shambling Spirit Warrior for Mundungu coming out on the final turn of the game was a little bit of a bummer for him. If he had that out and could benefit from a few shambles as well, that might have gotten the health totals a little more tight here.
Well, you got Cersei's ridiculous level 4 ability that Matt was able to Mantis once and then use it again just to put out these giant shambling creatures.
I was a little surprised Matt didn't go down the Kindred route, like with one of the army commanders. Mantis, or I would have maybe tried to go Kindred, but
maybe there's no direct removal for a whole creature.
Right.
I don't know. Matt was put in some tough spots a few times, so it's one of those things. Do you have the mindset of it's okay to take damage, or do you have the mindset where you just need to hold on to each life that you have and
sustain? Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Joel. This was fun, man. Yeah, thanks for commenting with me.
Yeah, we could throw in a 5th cycle plug, like, hey, go to 5th cycle, and Nate here runs those tournaments every Tuesday, and you can play a lot of casual games.
and Joel gives out lots of advice. Some of it's wanted, some of it's not. So feel free to join the Discord and ask for his advice.
If you want your blood pressure up, just let me know. No, this was a good game. This was a fun game. This was 2 really good decks. I mean, they're 2 amazing decks. Except, I mean, I have my problems with purple. I'm not going to blame people for playing it. But you saw some amazing things with Rumblespark. And you saw amazing things with what Shambling can do, especially when it's compounded.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Joel.
Right.
Stop
thanks, Nate. This was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
She keeps on rocking with me.